Don't even wish to discuss that.
I'm sorry I asked you, but I was just looking for some human interest stuff.
I know, but like I say, I don't even want to quote that figure.
Didn't mean to.
I only have one person to judge me, and that's when I die.
You believe in God, Jim?
Well, whether they say I believe or not, I don't know. I guess I do in a way, because every time I've been in trouble, a lot of times I've looked down and I said, oh God, help me to get out of this, or help me to get this done. So basically I've caught myself praying to God probably on several occasions when I needed him. But like I say, I believe there's more to life than just here. I'm not saying I believe in heaven and hell. I'm just saying I believe there's another level of plane for us that we're going to all have to service on Sunday.
You told me one time on the phone that the two greatest lies in the world were religion and history.
Yep.
You want to elaborate on that a second?
Well, history has been changed to formicate to the way of the people of, how do you put it? If you look back and you investigate a lot of our history, you're going to find out a lot of our great causes was instigated by us itself, and we covered it up and made it look like we were being infringed upon by our rights on humanitarian purposes and freedom and democracy. And so when you wave that banner, and all my life I believed in Mother Apple Pie and the American way of life and freedom and democracy. But things over the years, especially in the early 70s, started changing my way of thinking a lot on things, because I seen how people were being abused and mistreated and being assassinated only because they knew something. Not because they had the wrong politics, or they were trying to endanger this country. Excuse me. And religion has killed more people than all the wars we've ever had. People die every day in the name of religion. They started out that way in the beginning, and it's still that way. Nothing has ever changed. Because everybody wants to say one person's religion is better than the other one. From the Irish fighting each other over there, to the Muslims, to the Serbs, the Croatians, you name it. There's always somebody wanting to kill somebody over their religion, over their God. And yet they say there's only one God. But I don't want to elaborate on the Bible or get into it, because that only creates too many other things going, and at least one product to another product. But I try to stay away from religion, and I try to stay away from history as much as possible. The only interest to me of history is if I was going into another country, or if I was going to do something, I wanted to read about them and know about their culture. I wanted to know what their beliefs were. And I wasn't interested in the beginning of their time. I only wanted to know about the last 10, 15, 20 years of how their government had been run and what their politics were. That's all I was interested in, or what religion was the strongest religion in that country, and how I could deal with that situation. Because I could learn more from knowing that country than I could from everybody telling me what everybody thought about it.
Jimmy, if today was November 22nd, 1963, and you were standing in Dealey Plaza right now, would you kill the president again?
If I was under orders, or if I had been asked to assist, I would do just like I always did. I would follow orders. I never disobeyed an order. As far as John F. Kennedy goes, the president, even though he was the president, today everybody tells us what a great man he was. But back then, and I was there, and I was seeing the things that were happening from the Cuban Missile Crisis and everything else. Nobody really liked Kennedy back then that I could find. Everybody I talked to didn't like him. Like I say, I had my own personal reasons for the Bay of Pigs. But yet other people, from the military to the Secret Service to the FBI, to everybody, I mean, even the people around him, even his own staff, because he was, like I say, I won't get into all his bad habits, but as far as I know, nobody liked the man. But yet today they tell us what a great man he was, but that's only history, and only because he was president of the United States. And nobody likes to admit that we made a mistake.
Did you or any of your friends, Nicoletti or Roselli, anyone know about Marilyn Monroe and John Kennedy?
I don't know if they knew or not. I never asked. And again, as far as other people involved, such as Marilyn Monroe and all those other stories that people have told, when we sit around or we went somewhere, once Mr. Nicoletti and I had done something, that was history. That was yesterday. We never talked about it thereafter. It was never brought up again. Because that's how he wanted it. And with his training and his beliefs, and like I say, I wanted to follow in his footsteps because I believed in this man so much. I worshiped this man. At that time, you talk about God, he was my God back then. Like I say, he walked on water.
Did Nicoletti work for the mob and the CIA too on different occasions?
Mr. Nicoletti was strictly organized crime. As far as the CIA goes, Johnny Roselli was the liaison between the mob and the CIA. And Nicoletti had talked with him a few times, but this is what got Nicoletti killed, I believe, was involved when he started talking with the CIA or the Secret Service or whoever had talked to him, and he was being called back because I think they killed him the day before he was to appear at the New Intelligence Hearing Committee or whatever it was they had going, because somebody was afraid he was going to talk. And it broke my heart afterwards when somebody told me that Mr. Nicoletti had talked and that he was dirty, because I found that hard to believe. And I always felt if Mr. Nicoletti was dirty and if he had been giving people up, I felt he would have given the diary up. He could have made a deal for his own life and for security and protection, and he didn't. He died. And we knew that he was in great trouble at that time. I didn't really understand the depth of it because I did not believe that the man would give anybody up. Now, I don't know who killed Mr. Nicoletti. I don't know whether the organized crime family did it, or I don't know whether the government killed him. I have no knowledge of who killed him. Like I say, if I had known, believe me, I would have been hunting them down. And I would have died trying to get the people that got Mr. Nicoletti.
So the U.S. government will kill people?
Definitely.
Say it.
The U.S. government will kill people. That's definite. There's no problems. There are no questions.